What's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to be talking to you about the abnormal packages and the TBA tracking number problem with Amazon and TikTok and all of that you're experiencing right now. There's a lot of information going around. A lot of it doesn't really make any sense. A lot of it is kind of true, but I'm just going to talk to you about what I personally am doing that I know is working because I'm doing it. And you can choose to follow that or not. We're going to kind of go over some of the stuff you don't really need to worry about and some of the stuff that's kind of a concern and all the risks involved. So TikTok finally released some sort of statement, which I posted in the group earlier, about the TBA tracking number situation. Basically, Amazon has kind of tweaked their tracking number system to where third-party clients like TikTok or whatever can't track it correctly. Now, what I don't like about this explanation, one, at first, I'll just say it does make sense. I've been seeing that tracking numbers from Amazon work just fine on other platforms that, allow tracking of that sort. There's not very many, but I've heard. I don't personally experience that one. I've just heard from people that are like, well, I use it on this website and they track just fine, but for some reason on TikTok, they don't. So for whatever reason, Amazon has, it seems, there's no proof, but it seems that everything's pointing in the direction that Amazon has purposely done this to like slight the TikTok side of things because they are competition. Everybody's kind of heard that TikTok wants to, expand their shops platform, kind of compete directly with Amazon, all of that. I think that's kind of stupid, but previously, yes, you could use Amazon TBA numbers. And what's weird is that you can still use Amazon TBA numbers. They just don't track correctly. So all this about like, you can no longer use Amazon as a supplier. It's like, that's dumb. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Shut up. You could definitely do that. It's just a new layer of risk and a new little step you have to do. A lot of you already know I use TrackTaco, and a lot of you for some reason seem to have problems with TrackTaco, and I don't understand because I use it every single day. Like literally, I only use Amazon. Every once in a while, I'll get a tracking number that's not a TBA tracking number. You'll get a normal, like just the post office or UPS or something. But 99% of the tracking numbers I get are TBA. And I enter them into TikTok as such. And then I wait for TikTok to give me the abnormal package notification or whatever variations they do every once in a while. And then I go fix it with TrackTaco. So I'm going to talk about what you need to do with TrackTaco as well to avoid problems as best you can. I'm just going to tell you exactly what I do because I don't have any problems, but everybody keeps getting like so many variations of problems from this. And I don't understand why. I don't think it's anything stupid or wrong you're doing, but I'm just going to show you what I'm doing so that you're like, oh, I missed this little piece. Or maybe it really is, no, dude, I'm doing exactly that. And for some reason, you're just lucky. So I doubt that, but maybe. Alternatives to this, I've heard, just switch to eBay. And as you see anybody talk about switching to eBay, and then guess what? In 2 seconds, they're like, okay, this is kind of risky because, they might not ship in time. It's like, well, yeah, no shit. Like there's risk involved in all of these things. Just like the TrackTaco method is risky. Like literally, I need you to remember, if you take anything away from this video or my channel or anything I share, remember that we're drop shipping. Like you didn't set up an online store. You didn't come up with products and do it. You're finding stuff other people who put in the work are selling and trying to find little loophole products to like ship to people. You're drop shipping. I mean, it's got a lot of opportunity and people make a lot of money, but I just want you to remember that there's risk involved with this stuff because you get a high reward for very little effort. So you're like, well, okay, like the concept of that is like, well, if I get high reward with really, really low effort, you're going to have to pay back that effort somewhere. And where we have to pay that back is adapting to problems that pop up with drop shipping. That's where the work comes in. So like you have to work for everything you have. That's our work. Is navigating the bull crap with dropshipping. And it's annoying. I hate it. You hate it. Like it's not a surprise. Dropshipping's amazing. And I know I just keep flip-flopping on that. But obviously it's what I do. It's what my whole channel is about. But I guess I'm just a little annoyed that everybody's like, what? This doesn't work now? It's just like, no. They're always just in a month, something else won't work. And we'll have to figure that out. Like in a month after that, it'll be something different. You just get used to it. That's how this game works. So, and then you know what? Eventually TikTok might just not work anymore with drop shipping. They already lowered it to 2 shipping days, which is why using something like eBay or Walmart is a little bit more risky, because a lot of the time, well, I don't know, a lot of the time, that's maybe an exaggeration. There's a high chance that you might not get shipping within the 2 days that now TikTok requires, because that's really fast. TikTok dropping that to 2 days kind of sucks. Another method to get around. That's why I still think it's smarter, just barely smarter, so it's not a bunch, to stick with Amazon and just do the track taco method and use the workarounds, because at least you know that Amazon Prime items are going to get shipped like in 24 hours because they have to. And if they don't get shipped in 24 hours, then, oh God, they get shipped the next day, which is like definitely still within the 2 days. So to me, there's a risk anywhere you look. You just got to pick with what makes sense to you. Some people are just adamant they won't use Amazon, can't use Amazon, whatever. All I know is that I've been making thousands of dollars using Amazon. And the reason I think I'm less worried about it than other people is because when I started using TikTok shops to dropship, I was already under the assumption that Amazon tracking numbers didn't work, because I just, for some reason, brought that over from Facebook, even though I took a break from dropshipping for a second. Like, I just assumed. So a while back when I posted like my first video, like when I came back to my channel and was talking about TikTok, and I was like, holy crap, guys, I made $1,000 in a day. Like, I fulfilled all those orders with track taco numbers because I didn't know any better. It took me like until that wave went and came and went before I saw somebody on my group being like, no, you can use Amazon. And I was like, what? And then it just became easier. So yeah, it's a little bit of a pain, but that's the work. So anyway, what I do, I get an order, I fulfill it with Amazon. Like I said, I put the tracking number once I get it straight into TikTok, because for now, and this might change in the future, TikTok still accepts the TBA. It says, you know, they have a drop down that says Amazon Logistics, like whatever. They obviously expect that. And again, that might go away in a week. Who knows? But for now, that's what I do. You put it in there because then at least you appease the system. You at least give their algorithm or whatever something to be like, okay, the next step has taken place, because then you've got 72 hours to change that number. Usually within 24 hours, you will get the notification that's like, there's unusual package activity. And, you know, now fulfilling orders to me looks like, all right, I've got 20 orders. I'm going to fulfill them all. Wait for tracking numbers, right? Boom. Then I put in the tracking numbers. And then the next day I'll have 18 abnormal packages, because like most of them will have crappy tracking now. And then I just have an extra step in the process. I go to Track Taco and I get my tracking numbers. Now, some things with Track Taco that will hopefully help you. Make sure that you go into the advanced section of all of this, and like when you get a tracking number, and I'm not going to edit much of this, just so you know, when you go to get a tracking number, there's like a simple and an advanced tab. Mine is always on the advanced tab, and I don't know if that's just because of how I've bookmarked it, but you enter in the city and the state, and then you enter, because of how the system works with me now as part of my process, since everything's probably delivered by the time I'm actually doing the track taco problem, I can just toggle the check of in transit or delivered. There's a drop down, and when you first get there, it'll say in transit. So click that and go to delivered. And then I can just find tracking numbers that are already delivered, and I enter those, and the problem solved. Now, if for some reason the track is weird, because you will get this like the timestamp issue that won't work. With that, there's a little thing that you can put in there. If you can't see any in the drop down or in the generated tracking numbers, you need to make sure that that thing doesn't say that it shipped before the order on TikTok was placed, because then you're going to get a timestamp issue saying like, the tracking nodes picked this up that this was before the order even took place. What's that about? And then it's just kind of like, it'll sit there. It doesn't really affect much, but it just sits in there, and it kind of just stresses you out, because you're like, oh, is that a problem? And it might become a problem if you do it a lot, but I haven't had any issues yet. And I've had like 3 that do that before I learned and figured it out. So you need to go in if you can't find anything. And in the advanced section, there's also like the earliest ship by date. So you can put a date in there as well at the earliest time that the item shipped, and that can help you. You know, you can toggle whether or not they have photo proof and all that kind of crap on there to see if, you know, it'll generate some more tracking numbers for you. And if for some reason it's this obscure town and there's no options for tracking numbers, then what you need to do is pick it. You just need to start going day by day past the date of delivery and seeing if then you start meeting criteria. You know, so then you just kind of take a hit because now your delivery date technically in TikTok system is going to be a little bit in the future. So you're going to like, you know, you're going to get paid a couple days later or something, but at least it hits the other criteria of it. It's on or after the shipping date and it's delivered, you know, like blah, blah, blah. You can get around these things. I don't understand. City, state. I always type the city and always type the state. I never just do the state. And I guess I would do just the state if there's absolutely no tracking numbers available. I mean, I did when I first started the TikTok shops. Every once in a while, I'd have to do like just a state because it'd be a really small town. They don't really get orders there all the time, whatever. But anyway, I know some of you guys have just been asking me and everybody like, what do you do now? Oh, no, it's over. No, it's not. It's not right. Not yet. It might be soon, but it's not yet. And it might just be this way for a while. And who knows, you know, I'll try to list some eBay items and see how that goes so that I can report back to that. I'll try to maybe list a couple of Walmart items, you know, I'll just try a couple different things and let you know my experience. But like as of right now, I don't really see the need to do that other than to do it to talk to you guys about it. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to join the VIP group down in the, actually I changed it. It's not called the VIP group. It's called the private group now. I thought VIP kind of sounded stupid now in my brain. It's called the private group. It's down in there. It's $10 a month. You can cancel any time. That's where you can ask me questions. I'll voice message you. You know, we can go back and forth. And all the people in there are only the serious people that want to talk to you and help. There's no spam in there. None of that kind of crap where people are like, yo, I want to be your VA. Can you pay me to do that? And you're like, not interested. That's not what that group's for. So I've got that down there. I've also got a product research course that talks to you about how to find best-selling products so that you can do all these Amazon orders and still make money, which is really cool. And Dan and Stone's course, which is actually how to TikTok dropship, and it's a mastermind all built into one so that you have, just like my VIP group, private group. Damn, I already did it again. Just like that, they actually have like, these people are very bought into their course and program. Those people know what the hell's going on. So definitely I would sign up for that. No longer, it used to be like $1,000 course. They actually lowered the price so that more people could get into it. It's like $580 something now. There's a coupon code down there to help you out. But before you're like, bleh, it's also just $58 a month now. They added a monthly option, which is also discounted with my coupon code down there. It's a link. Coupon code is TikTok Cam is what they gave me. That's down there. And yeah, go ahead and check that out. Subscribe if you haven't already. Comment if you disagree with me or think something that I said was stupid. And I will see you next time.